Hello, everybody. This is Jesse here with Ron. How are you doing today?
I'm excellent. Excellent. Had a great Christmas. Hope everybody else did that was watching as well.
Good deal. I know I had a good Christmas too. It was a nice week here in Florida. We love our
Well, it
weather.
is gorgeous out here for all you snowbirds up there in that godforsaken frozen tundra. We're down here. What's the temperature today? 70?
Oh gosh, 70 degrees. Beautiful.
Not a cloud in the sky. Gorgeous weather. This is why we live down here.
That is right. Love it. All right, so first contestant, Kenny Nassar from Florida.
Hey, Kenny.
All right. I've encountered that a lot of sellers who belong to HOAs have mentioned rental restrictions in their community.
Some do, yes.
And some even specify a maximum number of rental homes in the community. Others specify a new buyer must live in the house as many as 1 to 2 years prior before allowing them to rent the house.
Okay.
So, if I lease option on the property, does this exempt me from any of those provisions?
No, it doesn't. If you buy the property from the seller, you're under the same restrictions as the seller is on the association docs. So you check them before you buy. I have killed deals for that reason. I'm not dealing with the association. I'm not getting their permission to do anything. However, just remember, if you can't put a lease option tenant buyer in it, they can't stop you from buying it with owner financing and selling it with owner financing if you want to do that. But yep, you're just like the IRS. We're all under the same rules.
Perfect. Thank you for that one. Aaron Bowers from Texas.
Aaron?
On average, how many yellow letters does it take to close one pretty house deal?
Okay. Aaron, there's no way I can possibly answer that you would like, because it depends on actually a couple of things. Number one, who you mailing the yellow letters to. Is it a good quality list? Is it a targeted list, or is it just zip codes? That's going to determine how many leads you get, frankly. And number two, what are you doing after you get the leads? Are you handling the call right? Are you going to the house as often as you can, or looking for ways to get out of it? Are you making a mess out of the call and making some stupid mistakes that cause sellers not to want to work with you? So I can't answer that, because frankly, if you give me 5 different lists, then the answer is going to be different for all 5 different types of lists. But yellow letters is probably the most expensive way for you to get leads. There's a whole lot cheaper ways than yellow letters. I mean, gosh, ride around, look for sale by owner signs in front of houses and call them yourself. Our VAs will outsource, they will go online and call them and fill out the lead sheets for you for FISBOs that are online in your two counties that you pick. And of course, if you're a Gold Club member, and you are, these things should be coming into your inbox every day as well. So if you got a VA, let them generate leads for you, a lot cheaper than yellow letters. And there's a whole bunch of other things you can do as well. So I would not even be mailing yellow letters if I were you, if I'm just starting this business. I teach them, so I guess it's my fault, but I clearly state, don't mail them until you start doing things that are a whole lot less expensive.
Got it. All right. Mary Ann Nunez, California.
Mary Ann, hope you had a great Christmas.
Can you explain what the duties are and how to manage an LLC correctly? So when I have my taxes done, I know it was managed properly.
Managing your LLC don't have anything to do with your taxes, Mary Ann. Your IRS don't ask how good of a manager you were. Your duties are to have a tax return filed every year if there's any money coming in and out of it. And the manager's duties are actually what is disclosed in the operating agreement, but they're pretty much all the same. Your duties are just to sign what needs to be signed and manage the business within it if you're the manager of the LLC, but there isn't much to that. So you don't need to worry about the IRS as long as your tax return is filed. And it will be better if you tell the truth on it too.
That's important. All right, Ron, that is all I have for you this
Okay.
week. Everyone seemed busy,
Well, I
so
hope everybody had a great Christmas, and I hope you have a great new year. And golly, we got a 2020 coming up. I didn't think I'd live long enough to see 2020, but here it is. And so why don't we do something to make this the best year you've ever had? you've got to do things differently if you expect anything to change. My biggest problem working with folks is changing their thinking. And if we can change your thinking, watch what happens after you start implementing just a few things you got to do in buy and sell houses. But many times it's the thinking that's causing the blockages here. If you're not moving yet, if you're not buying yet, why? Ask yourself why. What's standing in your way? And see if we can get some help to get it fixed. If you've got one of our mentors, that's what our job is, to blast you through these obstacles. If you haven't been trained, don't punish yourself because you're not getting deals, because you're not going to until you even know what a deal is and how to get them and how to handle them once you get them. So if you haven't been trained, that's the first obstacle you need to climb. You know full well I do a 4-day boot camp. Oh yeah, it's almost just under $4,000, but we finance it and we got other ways to finance it. And when you put it in the big picture, what difference does it make what it costs? Just go look on our website and look what people are doing with that education. And in fact, about the most inexpensive place you can get some education is coming to our summit in Vegas next year. I hope you registered for that if you're watching this. It starts March 31st and it's very inexpensive. And that's going to be just an endless supply of education and all kinds of other things that you'll need to do business while you're there. Man, if you got skeptics, that's the place to bring them right there, because I'll convert them for you. I promise you, they'll be kicking you out the door until you go out there and do some deals. So don't miss that. Right now it's at $497 and $200 for a guest, and man, we'll spend more than that on you, just feeding you and supplying you with coffee and goodies and giving away. We're going to give away a ton of cash, over $100,000 worth of cash and prizes, and that's just the beginning. So go to RES 2020 and get signed up for that. But don't even wait that long. 2020 starts right now. So get to my boot camp. That would be the first thing that I'd suggest you do if you really want the quality, down deep training that you need to go out there and get some deals coming in. So anyway, do something. Don't just sit around and watch videos and let another year go by. You don't know how many of them you got. So with that sermon over, I'll see you next week.